Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I have a product empties for you today, but I also have a very exciting announcement. So please do stay till the end to find out what it is, because you might want to go and check this out afterwards. So I've got a bunch of stuff that I used up. Disappointingly, the first thing that's in here is something that I said I was going to stop using, which I kind of did. I think I bought one packet since because was I travelling or something like that. These are the simple cleansing facial wipes. They don't sting. They do wonders on waterproof makeup. They don't hurt my little eyelids. They are moist. We have this every time, but I can't think of another word. They are really good, but they are really bad for the environment. So excuse me, my email's going off. Try not to do that. I've been just double cleansing. I've been using the Body Shop oil in gel cleanser, I believe it's called. The Oils of Life oil and gel cleanser. That's been really beautiful. Removes makeup, but also is a brilliant skin cleanser as well. Caroline Hirons recommended it. Very into that. The other one I've really been enjoying, other than my Lizelle lately, is the Eve Lom Cleansing Balm. It smells great. It's perfect. Because it's in a screw lid tub, it's brilliant for travelling because it's a little bit smaller than the squeezy tube for the Body Shop one as well, and it is just wonderful. Next thing I've used up is a Sahara bath bomb. This is from Lush. I don't normally show you my used up Lush things because I just kind of recycle the packets, but I do use them on a regular basis, and I decided that I needed to start showing you what bath bombs and stuff I was using, so there you go. I used a box of my hair dye. This is a question I get all of the time. This is the Garnier Nutrisse Creme, and it's the Nourishing Permanent Hair Colour. It does cover grey as well. I'm 26, don't have any grey yet. If I do, I don't actually think I would even know about it because I colour my hair regularly anyway. So maybe I do, I don't know. But if you have grey and you want my hair colour, then this hopefully will cover it for you. It's a number 5 and it's called Mocha Brown. I have an empty packet of the Veet Wax Strips. These are the easy grip ones. They are really easy to use. I have been working less lately. I've done a couple of like blocks in Germany, but London has kind of died down a little bit because everyone's kind of on holiday and stuff, and so I've been able to let my leg hair grow. On a serious note, these are great. I have used like hot wax and stuff kits before. I had them ages ago. These are really easy and convenient. However, I do kind of get through a whole packet when I'm doing my legs, like a whole entire one of these. They come with some little wipes as well to kind of get any waxy residue off. And what I would say is that they're not ready to use immediately from the packet. I recommend you sit on them, or you put them on a radiator for a minute or something, or warm them up between your hands properly, because otherwise the wax doesn't stick as well and they don't kind of come off all in one go. That would be my top tip. I will repurchase them again. I have continued to use them. I really like them. They are gentle on the skin, other than the fact that you're ripping your hairs out, obviously. It is cheaper than going somewhere to get it done. Obviously, if you can bear the pain of ripping your own hair out, then fine. If not, you can always get a friend to do it for you and give them a laugh. So the next thing that I have to show you is the Pantene Pro V Smooth and Sleek Silky Smoothness and Frizz Control for Frizzy Dull Hair Shampoo. This is not particularly colour friendly, I wouldn't have thought. I have moved on to a Tresemme one that is for coloured hair specifically. To me, shouldn't probably say that shampoo is kind of just shampoo. I'm much bigger on conditioners, although I am trying to be a little bit more aware of the kind of colour safe shampoos that I'm using on my hair so that my colour lasts a little bit longer. But this was a nice bog standard shampoo. It did make my hair, the smell is amazing, I have to say. These ones smell really lovely. I'm actually a bigger fan though of the slightly more expensive brand of hair care. I really like the, is it Big Sexy Hair? I can't remember, I'll try and leave the brand name down below or some links for you. They do some wonderful stuff. I prefer their shampoos, but this was a good one that's available sort of everywhere in the supermarket, and it does smell lush. I used up the Milk Makeup little eye patches. These were just as good as my Patchology ones, to be honest. I don't I really haven't kind of found ones that really make me feel like they're totally different when we're talking about eye patches. I really like the Patchology ones. And for sheet masks, of course, it's got to be Seoulista Beauty, which I have used up 3 of, but I don't have in my bag of things. I used up a charcoal one, which is the purple. In fact, I'll show you. I used up a charcoal one because my skin has been absolutely freaking out. In fact, this is the first day I've just come on my period, and for 2 weeks beforehand I was getting breakouts all along my jaw, all along here, and actually it's come up onto my cheeks, which is hideous. As someone that's always had really good skin and might just get like the odd spot, that was really something that I struggled with. And also obviously not just because I'm vain or it affects my confidence slightly, but it also really has an impact potentially on my work because I model, as you know, so turning up with good skin is kind of part of my job. These really helped. So my skin was quite red and angry. It wasn't necessarily like loads of texture or anything, even though there was like a little bit of texture. It was mainly sort of the redness that was bothering me. So I used the charcoal detox one, and I had used a couple of the Correct and Calm ones as well, these green ones. I do have a stash of them, obviously, because I never want to be without them. Those are things that I always talk about on my channel, and I'm sure everyone thinks I'm getting paid to say that, but they are things that I travel with. I like the packaging is biodegradable, the products really work, they are beauty award winners, and I have a really good relationship with the brand as well, but I honestly wouldn't be talking to you about them or using them in my time of skin need if I didn't really think that they were doing my skin some good. The Correct and Calm I'd never really found a massive purpose for because I've not really had problems with my skin. I like using the brightening one, and I've used the hydration one as well because when I fly a lot my skin gets quite dehydrated. But I have to say the Correct and Calm one, the green one, has really kind of come into its own for me because it's one that I thought left my skin feeling nice before, but I couldn't see like a visible difference because what it's for I never really had a problem with. But since my skin's been really red, it has definitely kind of helped just calm everything down when I'm using lots of things like tea tree or glycolic acids and things to try and help with the kind of spot scenario that I'm having going on at the moment. It really has kind of calmed my skin down and like soothed it afterwards, so definitely recommend that if you're struggling. Body stuff, I have the award-winning Smoothie Star Oat Sugar and Shea Butter breakfast scrub from Soap and Glory. This is one of my favourite freaking scrubs of life. This is the scrub of life, in fact. Oh, it smells like breakfast, but like breakfast that maybe has a bit too much sugar in it, you know? It does leave a little bit of a film on the skin, but it is really moisturising. I found it's really good for scrubbing off my tan, and it's also really good for exfoliating the day before I do my tan because it kind of leaves my skin moisturised because it does leave like a little bit of a film on the skin, but that means that by the next day when I actually want to tan, it's kind of sunk into the skin and stuff, and all I do is kind of go over my knees, ankles and hands. I have used up 2 brow pencils. These are the Professional Makeup NYX micro brow pencil. I have the colour ash brown and probably ash brown. I have since brought the brunette and the dark brown. Those kind of brown, the brown colours, the ash brown maybe a little bit less red, like barely though. I really like these, they're about £9. Soap and Glory also do an excellent one, I think it's called Brow Archery. I have recently switched to that just to try it out, see whether I like it better. The price range is pretty much the same as well. Revolution also do these kind of really skinny micro brow pens that have the spoolie on the end. I highly recommend these. If you don't like the kind of pomade types, you can really get a nice bit of kind of fluffy brow going on. I've been experimenting with brow pens today. Ignore my eyebrows, they're hideous. Next thing to show you, the Urban Decay De-Slick. I prefer my Revolution one now. I think these are fantastic, but the full size seems quite expensive when I can get one for like under a tenner from Revolution that I really enjoy. This De-Slick one is meant for more oil control. In the summer I found that this worked really, really well, but I still kind of really like my Revolution one, and it's much cheaper, full size versus full size. The mini ones, obviously, I think they're like £12 or something, so they do come in fairly cheap, but if you're using this all the time and it's like your everyday one, you're going to run out of it quite quickly. If you start one of these Ren Glycolactic Radiance Renewal masks, this is one of my all-time favourite masks. I've actually since put my dad onto it. He has got a glycolic addiction, I swear to God. It's so nice when like stuff rubs off on your family and you can like talk to each other about products. My dad's got really good skin. He's 57 and he, apart from the fact that he doesn't have any hair and he's grown this beard which is gone quite grey now, his skin's always been really good. He's never really suffered with spots or anything. He doesn't really have like loads of lines or anything. His skin is just like full looking and like nice. So he's since been taking even better care of it. He's really a big fan of the Nip and Fab stuff, as am I. I think there might be something in here of that. And then the kind of anything with glycolic acid in, he's really been into. This is a firm favourite. You probably will have seen it in skincare videos before when I'm talking about masks and stuff. It's a fabulous one if you struggle with fine lines, if your skin is kind of congested, if you are struggling with kind of spots and things. It's a really good kind of resurfacer that is acid based, so it's a chemical exfoliant rather than a physical one. Just be aware that you will need to definitely make sure you put on your sunscreen when you're using products like this, because it does make your skin more sensitive to the sun. Sometimes I use men's deodorant. This is the Sure Motion Sense Sensitive 48-hour antiperspirant for men. It's nice. It was in here, the rest of it is not. It was a bit like blokey, but it's not a really overpowering scent, so it didn't bother me, and it kept me sweat free and smelling fine. I've used up one of the Ardell Stroker Brow pens. I talked about this in a recent video where I showed you this versus the Glossier. I'll link it up here for you. Very good, highly recommend. Have another one of the Hydration Boost by Revolution. I rebought it. I repurchased this and I really like it. It's lightweight, it hydrates my skin. Wouldn't be super brilliant for really dehydrated or like dry flaky skin as it's not thick enough, but really good for under makeup if you need a little bit of a hydration boost and you don't like anything too heavy. Kheil's Ultra Facial Moisturiser for all skin types. Really good, basic, liquidy moisturiser. Not so fussed about repurchasing it again. Would be good for sensitive skin as doesn't have a particularly strong scent or anything like that. Little bit expensive for how kind of basic I feel like it is. This is like your basic bitch, I feel. Have a miniature firm hold Barnet hairspray. This is the Hold Tight one. This is from Stafford. It's a mini. Yeah, it's completely gone. I use these for travelling a lot if I'm putting my hair back, because I have a lot of hair and I have these stupid little like baby things, and like basically there's a horn here. So yeah, really handy for travelling, and I've used it up. It smells really nice. I really don't like the way Elnet smells or anything. This is a really nice one. It's also kind of brushable, so you can brush it out if you just put like a light layer and then you want to have your hair down later or something. It's really good. My favourite mascara of the moment, this is a fibre mascara. It's the Megaslim Skinny Mascara by Wet n Wild. I have to order mine on eBay because it's more difficult to find in the UK. I'm not sure anywhere stocks it. I did see that it was on Beauty Bay for a bit and now it's not. It's a fibre mascara, really good for lengthening, really good for separating the lashes. You can really build it up as well, which is really nice. And it's a good layering mascara as well. If you've got other ones that are a little bit clumpy, that you want to kind of like spread out a bit, it's a good one for kind of just adding to tips and like separating your lashes afterwards. I have used up a whole thing of my beloved Jo Malone Peony and Blush Suede. This is my favourite perfume, I think, and weirdly I discovered a couple of weeks ago that it's the same one as my boyfriend's mum wears. She obviously has great taste and you can tell we get on very well. I mean, I must have had this for like over a year because I don't buy it very often. If I am going to buy it, I kind of treat myself to the small bottle because the big bottle is really expensive because it's Jo Malone. Having said that, you don't need a lot of it and it really stays on the skin. Highly recommend. They do loads of different ones, so you can kind of mix and match. They have more masculine scents as well. They do loads of really beautiful fragrances. And that is all I have to show you in my empties video. Now for the exciting announcement. I am so excited to tell you that this evening my first ever video on my new channel, which I'll link up here, is going to go live. I'll leave it down there for you as well. It is my reptile channel. There are going to be care videos, all sorts of reptile videos, animal videos, reacting to kind of like funny memes and stuff. There's going to be all sorts of fun things over there. So I really hope that if you are a fan of my animals, but maybe you like want to separate the two, some days you're in the mood for beauty and some days you're in the mood for like Gary and Fred and like reptile chat, then you please do go and have a look over there. And yeah, I would appreciate your support, and I hope that you will go and check it out. The first video kind of introducing what it's going to be about and what we're going to talk about and things goes live at 6:30 GMT, so I hope that you go and check it out, and I will see you in the next one. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you very soon. Hit that subscribe button to become part of the Janes family and go subscribe to my new channel. Oh yeah. Okay, bye!